Welcome back to the channel. Now the people are outraged after all that has been exposed. The Vibes Cartel's name has been cleared and Bert Samuels exposed to the world that it was the prosecution who suggested to the trial judge that they continue with the same jury even though it was brought to the attention of the authorities that an individual had tried to bribe members of the jury. And now supporters of Tania Clark, I'm going to pronounce her name correctly, and of course condolences to her family. Now the woman who has been convicted of taking her life, Rochelle Foster, only received 6 years and 6 months for taking Miss Clark's life. I'm going to repeat that again. 6 years and 6 months for taking the life of the Reggae Girls midfielder. Now the people must say, how come? When there was never any definitive evidence against Vibes Cartel and his co-accused, but look on the lengthy sentence that they received. Now they said that the prosecution led evidence during the trial, which started on January the 8th, and it stated that on October the 31st, both women had a dispute over a cellular phone in Halfway Tree. Just a phone. When Rochelle used a knife to take Clark's life, which is otherwise called Plum Plum. The Reggae Girls midfielder was also the captain of the Waterhouse Football Club's women's team, was taken to hospital where she was pronounced. Now Foster, who was later arrested and charged, maintained her innocence and said that Clark was wounded accidentally. She also indicated that she had reached for her knife in self-defense. Now, this was what was said in court. We don't know what actually happened. We're not going to speak about the incident, seeing that we were not there and this has already taken place in court and Foster has already been sentenced. But the people must say, for one, the charge changed to manslaughter, or maybe based on Foster's statement and evidence that was gathered by law enforcement. We don't know. Maybe the charge was always manslaughter. But the thing is, people have said there was definitive evidence in this situation. Seeing that arbitrary that, you know what I mean? Arbitrary in a place that have, for people that have never visited Jamaican Island, are one of the places them where, now the Kingston area where you have party events keeping, 24-hour restaurants, 24-hour gas stations, you know what I mean? There's also a transport center there. It's a place where, you know, right through the day and sometimes all night, you have people. So this was probably witnessed by, you know, numerous witnesses. And maybe that is how Foster was later arrested and charged. But the amount of years, when you look upon the amount of years them give Vibes Cartel, when an individual gave a statement, say, an incident took place at a particular location, but law enforcement got there, and there was never any evidence for corroborate or support the statement given by the witness. Defense attorneys also said details about the statements changed from when him tell law enforcement to when him tell the jury and the judge and everybody in the court. And with the justice system now and under a microscope, so to say, seeing that the people must say it's up to the appeal court to decide whether they're going to do a retrial, yes or no. And the people must say with the amount of high profile cases where they're before the courts right now, will that be a decision taken by the justice system? And the people must say, look on situations like this where a woman take a national footballer life, she said by accident and in self-defense too. But they must say 6 years and 6 months. People are saying, with all the way the state did know, no say, oh, that situation that take place with the jury and all of that. And after deciding to convict Vibes Cartel, even though he's no longer considered as the convicted dancehall superstar, he's now just an incarcerated dancehall superstar. And that might change within a moment. But you can no longer say Vybz Kartel is a convict. Can't say that about Sean Storm neither. But the people must say, but then did decide to convict Vybz Kartel. Then decide to give Vybz Kartel a whole heap of years. To date, Vybz Kartel has been behind the bars for 10 years now. More than 10 years. Kind of ended behind the bars while going to trial. And it was a 2014 conviction. So over 10 years. This woman gets 6. And the people that say there are other cases where them can point to. Countless other cases and scenarios where we can point to. The thing is, defense attorneys are also saying that this points to the fact that, of course, for one, Vybz Kartel was never given a fair trial. And people knew the unfairness of what was taking place and do nothing about it. Also, it brings up the question, will a fair trial be given this time around? How them going to ensure that? How can they convince people that, alright, that time did that happen, but this time that not happen? And keep in mind, the director of public prosecution is the same as when Vybz Kartel was put on trial. So what Bert Summers is also saying is that not only are we saying how can the state ensure this, we are saying how can the same person, because Bert Summers is saying that the director of public prosecution is the one who advised the judge that even though the situation has been brought to their attention, they can still proceed. So the Privy Council said that the first them a year of people proceeding under those type of circumstances. They must say the first them year say somebody offer a bribe to the jury foreman. For bribe other jurors too. The bribe was not accepted by the jury foreman. It is not that the bribe was accepted, it's that someone was trying to bribe the jury. That person was on the jury, and the jury was never changed. Never swapped out. Same jury. Same jury. So them find Vybz Kartel and co-accused guilty. Privy Council said no. That is not how a fair trial is handled. And as thus, them clear Vybz Kartel name, quash the conviction, overturn it. So now Bert Samuels and people are asked, what really had take place in the justice system? Or is it that people where the state now have strong evidence against, people who jury tampering are going with in them case? Or them people I get them number of years there? When they can just point to the case of the slain Reggae girl and the sentence that the person who was convicted of taking her life get. Now, of course, keep in mind, Ms. Foster said this happened accidentally and she only reached for the knife in self-defense. And I guess what she'll try to say is that she never take out the weapon intentionally trying to take the life of Ms. Clark. In the article, the detail wasn't shared if Ms. Clark was only wounded once, which will also confirm Ms. Foster's statement that this was not her intention and this happened accidentally. But talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, just pass through, click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. And tell a friend, tell them sister, them brother, them to check out the channel, check out the reasoning. And also join the discussion in the comment section up 24/7. It never lack it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now, of course, until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours are for to live, for to love, and for to prosper until the reason again. Tell me your thoughts on this. That's something Bert Samuels tell the public. The people them never know. and seeing that that's the reason that the Privy Council give for overturning the conviction is of major importance, especially when the state is now going to decide whether or not to retrial or to retry Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. The reason again, live and prosper and stay tuned.